Hello and welcome to ASB TDC TV, a product of a partnership between the University of Arkansas Small Business and Technology Development Center and the Northwest Arkansas Council Small Business Emergency Assistance Program. In this series, we're talking about and with small businesses, experts, and ASB TDC consultants about the relevant and right now topics and solutions for small businesses. I'm Amy Robinson.
Hi everybody, my name is Chris Case and we're talking with Lindsay and Mary today about Mask Up Arkansas. So Lindsay, I'm going to start with you because one of the topics that I get and the questions that I get all the time is about masks. I mean, just a million different questions, and you two came up with a really great solution. So introduce yourself and then tell us a little bit more about Mask Up Arkansas.
Sure. I'm Lindsay Ramsey, and I am a small business owner in Fayetteville. I own Kindness and Joy Toys, and I also have got to come alongside other small businesses through the partnership with the Northwest Arkansas Council and help them with social media and other marketing. And as in part of that, I was able to sit on some Zoom calls with local restaurants, and I'm experiencing the mask issue in my retail store, but hearing about the mask situation, that's what I'm going to call it, through the eyes of the restaurateurs, we just really kind of got our brains rolling about how to help educate and share the news of why masks are important, how they can help our small business community. And it was really that call that was the genesis for us to kind of get started on a campaign to really educate, and that's where Mask Up Arkansas came from. And Mary was on that call as well and has really driven this. I'm glad to have been a part of it, to been able to share it on my social media and to reach out to other small businesses to just kind of help take the stigma off wearing a mask, and then kind of a little positive reinforcement, positive peer pressure. I'm wearing a mask, you can too.
That's wonderful. And Mary, yeah, you're coming to us from Austin and Northwest Arkansas. You've got clients all over. And so I would imagine that this is not new news to you, that you have other clients that are also experiencing some of the things that the restaurants were experiencing as we were talking to them on a regular basis. So tell us a little bit about kind of what driving passion behind that, and also just the strategy that you came up with Lindsay and the team to address that.
Sure. Like she said, I'm Mary with Resplendent Hospitality, also a small business owner. I started my flagship location in Austin, Texas in 2012, and we just opened our Northwest Arkansas office. Well, I guess it was a few years ago, but I officially moved back in November. I'm a U of A alum myself. So yeah, when we were hearing all the restaurateurs, I think one of the main concerns was the fact that they're having to police the mask wearing themselves, and they really wanted, you know, people higher up from the state level, from the city level, from any type of like governing body to be more assertive when it comes to mask wearing. And they were really just kind of in like not desperation isn't the word, but it's just, I mean, it's at their wits' end as far as how are we going to police this? How are we going to enforce this? And to Lindsay's point, it really was destigmatizing wearing a mask. What does it mean to wear a mask for yourself, for others, for small businesses? And we toyed around with what is the tagline of this campaign. And I think what we really came to the conclusion that it wasn't political and that it was something that everyone should be doing, and it isn't just relegated to small businesses, it's for everyone. So that's why we came up with Mask Up Arkansas. And on its face, it seems simple just to hashtag Mask Up Arkansas, but what it really showcases is that people from all walks of life, small business owners to athletes to cities, they can all get behind this movement because it really does impact the health and wealth of the state of Arkansas, which we're all very concerned about. And yeah, so that was the inspiration behind it.
Absolutely. Well, and I think that, yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think that you've touched on this a little bit, Lindsay, about how it really started with restaurants, because restaurants were required to have people in the restaurant wear masks, and retailers were not. And so the confusion about, you know, the regulation was already out there, because I don't have to wear it in Target, but I do have to wear it in a restaurant, and then I have to take it off to eat at a restaurant. And so there were a lot of mixed messages out there. And so some of the other the confluence of some things that were happening was also that in Fayetteville, the ordinance went into effect almost at the exact same time that Mask Up Arkansas came out. And so it was a completely separate and different approaches as well. So one of the things that you touched on a little bit, Lindsay, was about the kind of the grassroots effort that you all are starting with. So where is that grassroots effort right now, and where do you see it going?
Yeah, I think we reached out to local influencers. We reached out to friends. We reached out to the restaurants that were on that call, the retailers that are also a part of the ASPD TDC. And we just really tried to encourage people to post and use that hashtag. And it's been exciting to see that grow, and more businesses do that. And not even just businesses, but just personal Instagram accounts or Facebook accounts changing their profile picture to a picture with a mask and using the hashtag. It's been exciting to see that. So we are still working on that grassroots effort. And I will say one more thing, then I'll throw it to Mary and she can kind of talk to you about next steps. But also I think for me, I'm trying to keep posting it and keep using that tag. It may be a different photo or it may just be in an Insta story, but still trying to keep using that. And then also just for me personally, thinking about in different areas of my life, like it's not just at my retail store, but we out over the weekend, like I took a photo of my kids and I with a mask on, because it is really every area of our life. It's retail, it's restaurants, it's doctor's offices, it's going into the post office. Wherever we are, we need to be wearing that mask to protect. And then Mary, I'll let you kind of talk about next steps and where we're hoping to go with this.
Right. So where we're hoping to go is make it more of a statewide ad campaign. I know that it's been pitched to the state. It's been pitched to the Northwest Arkansas Council. We have a call about it tomorrow afternoon. Until then, we are reaching out to agencies that we have good relationships with that maybe focus more on the branding side, that are coming up with better graphics and better pieces of art, because if it's a better looking piece of art, it's more apt to be shared. So that's exciting. And then really just pitching it out to media. Something that our firm has started doing is sharing stats every single day for Texas and Arkansas of where we're at with COVID, and just like talking about the case counts. I think getting some doctors on board to really talk about the actual facts is going to be important, and having those come from a reliable news outlet, because maybe your grandmother's not watching or isn't on Instagram or Facebook, or how do we reach audiences that aren't just on social media? And I think that that's the inevitable next step. There are a lot of underserved communities that also aren't getting this message, that aren't having the clear guidance on what safety precautionary measures that they should be taking right now to help prevent the spread. So I think that those are the next steps that we're really focused on. It's worrisome when the governor states that the peak is not going to be until September and school's supposed to start in August. And so I really think like the sooner the better we can get a statewide messaging campaign behind this will be great.
I think that's great. Yeah, I was just going to say, because we have gotten a lot of mixed messages from the beginning of this about masks. And so those statistics that prove it and the data that backs it up, that it is absolutely going to help if we wear masks, if we all do it. I mean, you see percentages out there. If one of us wears one, if both of us wear one. And so it's just great that you're getting those statistics out there. So is there anything else that we can do to help? I've put it out on Facebook and Instagram, and I talk about it everywhere that I go, but are there any flyers or anything that we can put in the storefronts, or just how can we spread the word a little bit more quicker?
I think that we've talked about doing some consistent signage that can be passed out to all local businesses, not even just small businesses like Lindsay's, but also like big box businesses like Target or Walmart or anything like that. If we could have that consistent message so people see that and they're like, oh, I saw that on Instagram, and then I saw that at Target, and then I saw that wherever, right? I saw a billboard with it, like one of the electronic ones, and I was like, what? Who put that up there? That's awesome. I know about those things.
Grassroots, yay!
Exactly. Like, this campaign has been 100%. We've put no money behind it, as far as it's all been everyone reaching out to their network of people. And that's in every single vertical of industries, right? Athletics, restaurants, small business, churches, like all of it. So I think that that's important to note, that if we all get behind a movement as a community, it really can be powerful.
And
Absolutely, and I think it's sorry, Amy, it's a repeated message too. Like I was saying earlier, like it's not a one and done kind of thing. And this, I think it appears that masks are going to be a part of our lives for a little while. And so just to lose the stigma of it, and if we continue to post it and share that this is kind of where we are, hopefully we can increase the usage.
Mm-hmm.
So we have information on Mask Up Arkansas, hashtag Mask Up Arkansas. You can share it on your social media, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere. And then how can we kind of be updated, or if somebody wanted to reach out to you all and ask you a little bit more about how they could help support it, or even put a little bit of money behind it so that businesses can have some of that more consistent messaging, what does that look like?
I feel like that email address right there is probably the way to go. That bizhelp@uark.edu, they can get it to Mary or I, either one, and we can definitely put it to use. Like Mary mentioned, consistent signage, like it takes money to develop it and money to print it, and there are barriers to some of that. So there's definitely more that we can do with it if there are people that are willing to contribute to it.
Absolutely. Well, and so on that note, I will thank everybody for joining us. And if you have a suggested topic, if you have a question that you need answered, or if you would like to hear from someone like Mary and Lindsay, or a story that you'd like to share, please contact us at bizhelp@uark.edu and put TV in the subject line. And then if you are interested in benefiting from the free one-on-one consulting assistance from someone like Chris or Lindsay, or the other amazing consultants that we have on the team for your business, please sign up at sbtdc.uark.edu. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you all again soon.
Bye.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.